Hey everybody, what's up? My name's Danny, aka Thriftfish. I'm an online fashion reseller, so I sell secondhand fashion on Poshmark and eBay full-time. And I am here today with a what sold fast in July video. We're midway into August now, but I have not done this video yet, and these are some of my favorite to do, so I want to recap with you my fastest sales from Poshmark in the month of July 2021, and I'll also be sharing just a handful of my slowest sales, just to give you a perspective from both sides of what's selling fast, so things that I like to keep an eye out for when I'm sourcing, and that might also work for you. Might not, but maybe it will, as well as what has been sitting, what is not moving, and maybe what I should be kind of cutting out when I'm in the thrift store or sourcing in general. So I'm going to share my top 20 fastest sales, as well as their order price, my net earnings, fun stuff like that. If you enjoy reselling videos, make sure that you are subscribed. I put them out every week. And if you enjoy this video, give it the thumbs up, hit that like button. I would appreciate it. Okay, let's go ahead and start with items that sold after having been listed on Poshmark for 2 days. We have a couple here. The first was a soft surroundings, warm and cozy red hooded pullover. I am picky with my soft surroundings, but this thing was super, super warm and cozy. It sold for $28, leaving me with $20.90. So I was happy that soft surrounding items went really fast. I'm trying to see, I also think it was a larger size, so that helps. Next up, again, after 2 days, was a pair of Madewell classic brown leather fringe clogs. These appeared in a sip and ship video where I show you what sold. Those sold for $30, leaving me with $21.54 after fees and a shipping discount. The next item that sold after being listed on Poshmark for 2 days was an Eileen Fisher green merino wool open front jacket. It sold for $40, leaving me with $29.54. And the next item, which I think I went over this in a recent video because it was on my top sales for the month, was this pair of IRI or Irie, I still don't know how to pronounce it, unisex black and red neoprene platform sneakers. Those sold for $85, leaving me with $60.55, and this was a new to me Bolo brand. Moving forward, yeah, so if you see those weird sneakers, pick them up. So now we're into items that sold after being listed for 1 day on Poshmark. And this first pair was in a bundle, so I'll put the entire bundle up on the screen so you can see the breakdown. But it was a pair of Noli activewear moss green low-rise yoga leggings. Again, these were only listed for a day. They sold in a bundle. Next up, after 1 day, a pair of Athleta navy stripe linen midi drawstring shorts sold for $25, leaving me with $18.50. That's pretty good. Next up was a pair of Gymshark Flex seamless stretch active shorts. So just a little pair of Gymshark active shorts. These also sold for $25, leaving me with $18.50. Sounds like shorts are going for a solid $25. Next up, after 1 day, was a Z Supply Valentina stripe short sleeve tee dress. This, I think, was new with tags. Super cute. Again, I think it was a larger size, and it sold for $28, leaving me with $22.40. So I really like selling Z Supply. Some of the things are pretty simple and they don't go for a ton, but it usually ends up being a pretty popular brand in my closet, and the stuff's really cute and comfortable. Next up was a Free by Gotex colorful floral underwire cup bikini. I found this, I thought it was super cute. I thought it reminded me of, like, you know, the trends that are going on right now with swim, and it sold after a day of being listed for $30, leaving me with $22.50. Next up was another item that sold in the same bundle as the bundle from before, but I'll go ahead and put it up on the screen again so you can see the Free People Minis for You IRA floral mini dress that I also sold. after one day. They snagged some of my newest items. Okay, next up was a Lululemon men's item. They're the men's The Short, or it's THE, all with like an acronym. It's supposed to look like an acronym, The Short, 9-inch black linerless shorts. Those sold for $33, leaving me with $24.90. I really like selling all Lululemon, but I don't know, every once in a while I find a men's Lululemon piece, and those are fun to sell too. All right, next up, another one of my top brands, Madewell, a pair of brown leather French knot skimmer flats. These sold for $36, leaving me with $27.30. Those might have also been a sip and ship video, I can't remember. But super cute little pair of Madewell flats. I think I recently sold, I had another suede pair of those. But next up was another one of my favorite and sometimes top brands, Bowden. It was, such a beautiful Bowden dress. I can't remember, I think I might have done this in an Instagram haul, but it was the bee linen pineapple embroidery striped dress. It sold next day for $40, leaving me with $29.54. Super happy with that. I love a cute a cute Bowden piece. I love a cute Madewell piece too, but that's not what we're talking about. Okay, next up, oddly enough, two items from the same brand right next to each other, which is not a brand that I often sell a ton of, but this next one was an UGG cream Phoebe wrap open draped fluffy cardigan. So it was just like an UGG super soft cardigan, and it sold for $42 after one day of being listed, leaving me with $31.14. UGG cardigans and robes are awesome. The next item was also UGG, but this was a pair of shoes. These were a super chunky, heavy woodblock sandal. They're the Salima leather strappy woodblock heel sandals, and they sold for $44, leaving me with $32.74. So another really good sale. Happy I picked those up. Next up, another good one from Lululemon. We have a Lululemon On Pace Sun-Dazed multi-blue crop tights. If I can find a style on Lulu Fanatics, sometimes I just copy just exactly what it says with the style name plus the like color print, because I know some people are really specific when they're looking for Lululemon things. So sometimes I'm just like reading like random words, but they're the On Pace Sun-Dazed crop tights. Those sold for $46, leaving me with $34.34. Next up, another really solid one. I might have talked about these recently as well. They're the L'amour des pieds. So love your feet, I think is the translation there. Red suede Amador platform shoes. I had never sold this brand before, but they sold super quick for $49, leaving me with $36.74. And one last sale that sold one day after being listed, and then we have two that sold same day. But this is the pair of Rothy's, the sneaker sand colored slip-on sneakers. These I found, they were just a little bit worn, but they sold quickly on an offer for $65, leaving me with $49.54. Again, I was happy with that, especially since you can still kind of buy these on the site. They're a basic color, etc. Okay, and funny enough, I talked about Madewell being my top brand. The next two items that sold same day are both Madewell items. The first being a pair of Madewell 10-inch high-rise skinny drop hem jeans. They sold quickly just for $25, leaving me with $20, but I'm fine with that with a quick sale. And then the other one was a Madewell Central pure white button front shirt. So it was the Central shirt. And this sold for $26, leaving me with $20.80, and it looks like that was a full price sale, so I'm always happy with that. Just a basic Madewell shirt selling full price. Pretty cool with me. So those were some pretty good and quick sales that I had from the month of July, and I'm trying to see, there's nothing really that pops out and surprises me. The soft surroundings was a nice surprise, I guess. The Irie sneakers are something that I've never sold before. So those came out of the woodwork. Some solid UGG pieces and those new L'Amour de Pied shoes. But yeah, oh, and that fun Gore-Tex swimsuit was also a good one. Okay, let's flip things over and talk about 5 sales that sold the slowest for me in July 2021. So the first item is a pair of Zara basic black leather braided block heel sandals. These were super cute. They had a ton of attention. They're just, I guess the resale value just isn't there. So those sold after 195 days of being listed, with a possibility that they had been relisted at some point, and they sold for $16, leaving me with $12.80. I do believe that I was talking about how I did sell some Zara shoes for some low prices, so kind of becoming iffy with Zara shoes, unless there's some sort of trend or quality exception there. Anyway, moving on, another pair of shoes that sat for a pretty long time and finally sold after 206 days of being listed was a pair of Paolo, so this was like Linnea Paolo, Bellini Essential Block Heel Suede Pumps. These were just a super simple pair of black suede pointed toe pumps. Not sure why they sat so long. It's a fairly decent brand. Maybe it's just falling out of popularity with resale. They sold for $15, leaving me with $12. Again, that's a pretty standard like clear out price for a pair of shoes that I'm trying to move out of my closet. Next up was a pair of Oak and Fort high-rise tan straight leg jeans. Now, I didn't realize that these were flawed until I got them home, so I think that's why they sat for so long. Sat for 211 days and finally sold for $14, leaving me with $11.05. So, and that was another thing I was trying to clearance, so continually lowering prices on that one. Next up was a Max Mara Virgin Wool asymmetrical button blazer. Again, this thing had a lot of attention. I don't know if it's just, I think it was a slightly older piece, maybe not quite up to date, but I thought it was a pretty cute blazer, in really good condition, good quality. It sold for $31, leaving me with $23.30, so not the worst sale in general for my sales, but it sold after 340 days of being listed. Next up and lastly, after 350 days of being listed, was a pair of Nine West new no frills strappy wedge sandals. Again, I'm not quite sure how these got in my closet. I don't typically source Nine West. I'm sure they probably came to me in a ThredUp box or a Joe Mar box, and I decided to list them because they're fairly basic, cute pair of shoes. But they did sit for a long time and they sold for $7, leaving me with $2.55. So I'm sure I did not make money on those. I may have lost money on them, but again, they were sitting for so long that at that point, that's fine. So some pretty sales at the end here, but lots and lots of good sales, lots and lots of fast sales to begin with. So I am happy about that, and this month is looking pretty good for sales as well, so I will be excited to bring you August sales in September. But for now, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I have more videos coming soon, but in the meantime, thank you so much, and I'll see you again real soon.